On a muggy summer afternoon, the sun hung low in the sky, casting a hazy glow over the quiet suburban neighborhood. The air was thick and stifling, making every step feel like a laborious journey through a misty veil. Amidst this heavy atmosphere, a young boy named Lucas was determined to take his faithful companion Max for a walk. Lucas and Max were inseparable, bound by a bond that only a boy and his dog could understand. Max, a golden retriever with eyes full of warmth and energy, wagged his tail eagerly as Lucas fastened the leash onto his collar. The boy's eyes sparkled with excitement, his face flushed from the humidity, yet his determination unwavering. As they set out on their journey, the world around them seemed to exist in a state of suspended animation. The trees drooped with exhaustion, and even the birds' songs were muffled by the dense air. The two companions trudged along the familiar path, Max pulling slightly ahead in his enthusiasm. Lucas couldn't help but feel a sense of adventure building within him. The mist, though oppressive, had transformed the neighborhood into a mysterious landscape, shrouded in an eerie beauty. He imagined himself on a grand quest, with Max as his loyal steed. But as they ventured deeper into the mist, something changed. The air grew even thicker, and Lucas felt an odd sensation, like a tingling on the edges of his consciousness. He blinked, and suddenly, Max was no longer pulling at the leash. Confused, Lucas called out to his dog, but there was no response. Panic started to gnaw at the edges of Lucas's mind. He called out louder, frantically searching through the mist for any sign of Max. His heart raced, and the once mysterious atmosphere now seemed like a malevolent force conspiring against him. Minutes turned into an eternity as Lucas's search for Max became increasingly desperate. He stumbled through the mist, his voice hoarse from calling out. But there was no response, no trace of his beloved dog. It was as if Max had vanished into thin air. With tears in his eyes, Lucas reluctantly turned back toward home, his heart heavy with grief and confusion. As he stepped back into his yard, he saw something that made his heart skip a beat. Max was there, sitting on the porch, tail wagging and tongue lolling out, as if he had never left. Overwhelmed with a mixture of relief and disbelief, Lucas rushed to Max and buried his face in the dog's fur. He couldn't comprehend what had just happened. The vanishing mist, Max's disappearance, and his sudden reappearance. It was a mystery that seemed destined to remain unsolved. In the end, Lucas chose to accept the inexplicable turn of events. He realized that some mysteries were meant to remain just that, mysteries. Max's wagging tail and joyful demeanor were a comforting presence, a reminder that sometimes the most important things in life were the bonds we shared and the moments we cherished. And so, Lucas and Max continued their adventures together, walking through the misty days and the bright ones, their bond stronger than ever, even if they could never truly understand the vanishing mist that had briefly taken them into its enigmatic embrace.